Alrighty, yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, here back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to top 5 great black sitcoms and 5 bad black sitcoms, and 1 underrated. So I think we did this before, but we're gonna do this again. This is by the homie DD Conway. Make sure I go subscribe to his channel, run the likes, hit the views, up the comments, up the subscribers up, and all that good stuff over there on his channel. And without further ado, man, let's get right into this.
What's up, y'all? It's DD Conway back again with another video where in this one we'll talk about black sitcoms, specifically 5 that I think are great, 5 that are the worst to me, and I want to shine some light on 1 or 2 that I believe are underrated. It's time to give them the love that they deserve. It's been some time since I last covered this topic, and now feels like a great time to return to it. This is part 2 of the previous discussion, and I wanted to approach this a little more thoughtfully. I also have to give that traditional DD Conway warning, bro. This is my list. This is my personal list based off my own individual preferences and experience with these shows. I know we won't all feel the same way about these shows. That's the reason why I made the video. I was just curious to see what other shows that most people like that some actually don't. I kind of wanted to see both. What shows you do like, what shows you don't. So remember that before some of y'all get butthurt in the comments. Y'all be writing full paragraphs. Let's get to it.
This is an environment of welcoming, and you should just get the hell out of here.
Smoking grits and selling chickens, call that painted lemons. It's Gucci. Lemons on the chain with the V cuts. Lemons on the...
Let's kick things off with my explanation of what I consider a great black sitcom. For me, this means that I genuinely like these shows during their original runs, and even after the original run was over, they're still watchable shows that I can still sit and enjoy. There's no question if I like these. There may be some on this list that you may see and be like, man, that shit's ass.
Turn this shit off!
However, if I like it, this is my list, it's going on there. Coming in at number 5 is a show that I used to love watching on TV Land with my father, The Jeffersons.
You know what to do? DJ, kick that shit.
That black ass theme song was one that made me happy before the show even fully came on. It always put me in the same mind as the Good Times theme song. I would always get the same feeling. So when the Jeffersons would come on, I would always get hyped to see what type of bullshit George Jefferson would get himself into. Because I for sure knew it would be something wild because he never held back.
Trying to help you out. Help me out, man. You trying to make time for my wife. You thought you helping me out? I thought you was my friend. I am your friend. Ain't it better with a friend than with a stranger? You scum son. Hey, yo, what the fuck? That's my hoe my wife you talking about.
Hey, George Jefferson was brutally honest and said exactly what he thought. And to me personally, he would always prove to me to be the black Archie Bunker because they both were bigots that frequently said shit that rubbed people the wrong way.
Already got problems. That ain't my fault. That's his parents' fault. That's what you get from a mixed marriage. Assorted nuts.
Hi there, Jefferson.
Hey, yo.
That ain't very nice, talking that way to your little mammy here.
You two motherfuckers need Jesus.
I watched this show to laugh and spend time with my dad, and I was always entertained. And to be honest, The Jeffersons is really just the Martin show in the 70s. And watching, I realized The Jefferson show was the blueprint for shows like Martin, from the dynamic of George and Wheezy with Martin and Gina to the dynamic of roasting between George and his maid Florence.
You have to excuse my maid. Every time she opens her mouth, her brain takes a coffee break.
Of course, you don't have that problem, because you ain't got no brain.
Gotcha, bitch.
I think it's safe to say that the show laid the groundwork for many black sitcoms that came after it and paved the way by talking about real issues like race, class, and more with humor.
But you could say the same thing about Sanford and Son. You could say the same thing about Sanford and Son. Sanford and Son is also a Martin blueprint as well. If you actually watch Sanford and Son, I don't know how many of y'all watch Sanford and Son. Seems like a lot of y'all don't fuck with Sanford and Son. I do. Then again, I was raised by the old heads. I was raised by my elders, so I'm very fond of Sanford and Son. Some of y'all consider it the show where, it's time to go to bed. But for me, it's like, oh shit, Sanford and Son. Oh, let me watch some Sanford and Son. You know, but I digress. Hey, we like what you like. It is what it is.
Humor and heart. To me, The Jeffersons will always be one of the greatest sitcoms of all time. Coming in at number 4 on this list is a show that could easily top any list of underrated black sitcoms, but it will make my great side of the black sitcoms list because it's one of my personal favorites. I wanted to get the recognition that it deserves because it deserves so much more, and that's Living Single.
Somehow, I don't think Denzel is walking around his house going, eggplant?
Huh? What, you want some dick?
Often overlooked, Living Single was a blueprint for many sitcoms that came after it. In fact, the show Friends owes a great deal of its success and existence to Living Single. And for those of you who don't believe that, let me show your walrus dick eating ass something.
After Warren Littlefield, who was president of NBC,
NBC.
they asked him if he could have any show on television, any of the new shows, which one would it be? And he said Living Single. It was in the newspaper. And the next thing you know, here comes Friends.
And that's just one example for you dick riding, rinky dink, ball eating motherfuckers that don't want to admit it. Man, Friends even came out with damn near some of the same exact episodes.
Can we get back to the game?
So, how much is the buy-in?
Well, maybe Kyle didn't make it plain to you girls. It's men only.
How come you guys have never played poker with us?
Yeah, what is there? Like some kind of guy thing? Like some kind of sexist guy thing? Like it's poker.
Cut that bitch off!
And if that's not proof enough, then I don't know what is. Get y'all meat riding ass on, take them balls out your jaws, and do some more research.
Can I put my balls in your jaws? Balls in your jaws. Can I?
Living Single always stood out to me because they were a group of black friends that didn't rely on stereotypes or one-dimensional characters. It was always funny with substance. Each character had their own personality, quirks, and storylines that made them relatable and entertaining in their own right.
What does that mean?
We're through. It's over. Don't want you. Bye-bye.
The show struck a perfect balance between sophistication and humor, and what I call black clowning was on full display. Moments of joy, laughter, and without losing the sight of ambition and responsibility, it showed that you can enjoy life and still get things done. Living Single in many ways is a blueprint for Friends, and even shows like Girlfriends drew inspiration as well. I personally don't feel like Living Single has received the level of appreciation it deserves, which is why it made this list. It's more than just underrated to me. It's one of the greatest black sitcoms of all time. Coming in at number 3 is the show led by who I believe is the greatest comedian of all time, Bernie Mac and The Bernie Mac Show. Bernie Mac giving us the experience of raising his sister's kids will always be legendary as hell.
Then the 6-year-old here homosexual. He gonna walk past me like I'm a visitor. I said, where you going? He said, to get some milk and cookies.
Seeing Bernie Mac hit primetime and bring this
She was so full, I heard her say it one more time. You say it was going well? I'll get that milk and
The
cookies.
show was hilarious, and one of the reasons I loved it was because of the way Bernie would constantly break the fourth wall to talk to the audience about whatever bullshit was going on at the time.
No, sir. No, sir. You all not gonna watch her rub that stuff on my chest. Ain't nothing sacred between man and wife. Y'all just nosy. Always want to be in somebody's business. Mind your damn motherfucking business, bitch.
Bernie Mac never changed who he was. He showed what it was like dealing with kids in a more realistic way, reflecting the black dynamics that many of us can truly relate to, especially when it comes to discipline.
If it escalates to the arm threat level, that's when you gotta crack the whip like this, guy. Yeah, now when they see that, they don't want to see what else gonna happen after that. Now, if you crack that whip like that, only thing, you can't complete a sentence. You gotta do things like, boy, I done told you. Next time I tell you,
This show was funny as hell. Bernie Mac indeed was the obvious star, but that didn't stop the kids from still in the spotlight. They made me laugh just as hard, and specifically seeing how they acted as siblings and how they treated Jordan.
Don't mess with me, I don't play! Hey, give it back!
Damn!
box that bitch, nigga.
The Bernie Mac Show tackled real life situations and found humor in them. It wasn't a stereotypical black show, and you'll see me say that for this list a lot, but it truly wasn't. Wanda and Bernie were a black couple in a loving relationship with great jobs, living in a nice-ass neighborhood, raising kids, but still dealing with their own shit. It was a show that I loved and can always go back to laugh.
Bonita. Hey, yo, what the fuck? Just some book.
Coming in at number 2 is the Jamie Foxx Show. Jamie Foxx is easily one of the most multi-talented entertainers of all time, and this show was just a major stepping stone in his career, where he proved early on that he could carry a show with his comedic timing, charm, and presence.
Sucker. Oh yeah, I got something for you too.
Coming in at number 2 is the Jamie Foxx Show. Jamie Foxx is easily one of the most multi-talented entertainers of all time, and this show was just a major stepping stone in his career, where he proved early on that he could carry a show with his comedic timing, charm, and presence.
Can't believe when I was walking, I didn't see the coffee table in the middle of the floor. What in the world?
Man, get your ass off that stage.
If it wasn't Jamie's wild antics that made the show fun, it was definitely the supporting cast. They were just as funny and really well put together. And to me, cast members like Sherry Shepherd held their own and clowned with Jamie just as much.
Yep.
Jamie's overall ability to embody a wide range of personalities showed exactly how talented he was. So it's no surprise that he would go on to have the successful career that he ended up having.
Hey, ho, hey, back up off me now. You don't know me like that. I'm sorry.
Coming in at number 1 on this list is technically a cartoon, but it's black as hell, and it's a favorite. Coming in at number 1 is the Boondocks, and if you don't like it,
You eat a dick, nigga! You eat a dick!
Boondocks is one of the greatest black cartoons / sitcoms ever. Easily one of the best shows with a great hidden message between some of the funniest shit I've ever seen.
You gotta rotate your race of slud. Now I know it's hard, cause nigga just rolled off the tongue the way sweat rolls off a nigga's forehead. But we cannot let that be a crutch, especially when there are so many other fine substitutes. Spade, punch monkey, jigaboo. I say next time you gonna call a dark hair nigga, call that coon a jungle bunny instead.
Boondocks is a masterclass on satire. You could bet that if they saw something in real life, the Boondocks would make fun of it in the show.
H on it to emphasize it's nigga. You know, nigga this, nigga please, nigga. You know, can you lend a nigga a pencil?
Riley says to a classmate, "Can a nigga borrow a French fry?" And my first thought wasn't, "Oh my God, he said the word, the N word." It was, "Now how is a nigga gonna borrow a fry? Nigga, is you gonna give it back?"
They even showed you.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Like dealing with the TSA at the airport.
Is that a full-size shampoo bottle, nigga?
To me, they were like a Black Simpsons, especially with the way they predicted things. From how strange hip-hop was and is now, and its influence on young children.
But you carry the purse.
What? Come on, Granddad. This ain't no purse. It's a Gangstalicious man bag.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
To the pandemic of 2020 and how you big back beluga whale body ass niggas was going crazy over Popeye's chicken sandwiches, and even crazier if they ran out.
And now, another crisis brewing, this one around a mysterious virus that seems to have appeared out of thin air and is spreading like wildfire.
You're right. Hey, he's right. It's time for us to fight back. Let's knock some motherfuckers out about this chicken.
I loved it because you could watch on the surface level thinking you just being entertained, and you are. But the whole time, it's giving you a message.
Them happy, nappy head niggas with the fingers on the trigger. Don't trust them new niggas on there.
Alright, young garbage ass nigga. Now we get into the section of this list where I talk about the sitcoms that I consider the worst. Those that make this section of the list could have been shows that I didn't feel aged well. They could have been shows that I just never honestly liked. Or they could be shows that I just can't even really go back to. For whatever reason, those shows will make this list, and as we go, I'll explain why. Don't take this shit too serious. My list not the end-all, be-all list. It's not the list you should look at and be like, oh, well, yeah, we should take what he said to heart. It's just my list. In the comments below, let me know yours. Give me 5 that you liked, 5 that you didn't, those that you think are underrated.
But wait, there's more.
Coming in at number 5 on the worst list is a show that started out as a very popular movie. Are we there yet? I never understood why they turned this bitch to a TV show.
Hey, you looking at one good black man right now that can snap your neck in 2.3 seconds.
Cut that bitch off!
And that's one reason I didn't fuck with this show. Cube, evil Humpty Dumpty looking ass nigga.
I watched one episode of this and I never watched it again.
Boo this man!
I'm just gonna keep it real with you, bro. I watched one episode of this show, never watched another episode of this again.
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
If you gonna put yourself in the show, man,
Like, what make it more sad is that this came out around the same time Tyler Perry dropped House of Pain on TBS, so they both was on TBS and they would air like back to back. So it'd be like a new episode of Are We There Yet? Then a new episode of House of Pain. Tyler Perry was 10 times better than. I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but Tyler Perry had the better show. That's shocking coming out of my mouth right now.
Try it! What more do you want from me?
But Are We There Yet is garbage. I'm just sorry. I just gotta call it for what it is, bro.
bro, play the main role. Play the role we used to seeing you in. You could have recasted everyone, kept your role, and it still would have probably been a better show. Instead, you left us with Terry Crews, who changed the whole tone of the show.
Wake your bitch ass up, Lucky Charms.
What's up, Terry Crews, man? Teriyaki, turd nugget looking ass nigga. I don't feel like this show brought us anything special that we hadn't seen already. It was really just generic as hell, bland as hell, and it failed to have the edgy style humor that the movie introduced us to. Them kids was bad as hell, and this ended up being watered down. I would tune into this shit from time to time, expecting that same type of vibe that the movie brought, but it felt dollar store as hell. To me, it's also hard to see one TV dad and one light and then watch them play another TV dad as a character. Everybody can't do that. Everybody can't really make you separate what you saw that was good into something that's now mid as fuck.
God damn you. Someone get this
Hey, yo, what the
away
fuck?
from me.
Coming in at number 4, it's the Steve Harvey Show.
We here with it. We here with it. See, we here with it, dog. We here with it. Diddy Conway, we here with it, dog. Bitch, play. We here with it. Fuck Steve Harvey.
Cut that bitch
Try
out.
I don't care what y'all say.
That shit is fucking
I'll argue
trash,
that if you
dog.
watch
Get
the
the
Steve
fuck
Harvey
off
show,
the
it's one of your
airwaves.
favorites, then you only like this motherfucker really for every character but Steve Harvey. You can't tell me no plot. You can't tell me what was going on. You could tell me moments where niggas was doing dumb shit, though. When this was on, bruh, a lot of times this shit was background noise. But I did specifically watch for Romeo and Bullethead just to see what type of idiotic shit they would do.
You two better get to dancing like Joe Jackson is your daddy.
And you better not mess up, boy.
Everyone around Steve Eraserhead ass carried the show more than he actually did. But it was repetitive after some time. That music angle was trash as hell to me because dude's supposed to be a funk musician, a jazz musician, whatever. To me, that should have been incorporated. If bro's a music teacher, let the nigga do music. It was mid. Having this in your elite category is crazy. They had no real character development.
Miss, look like Bow Wow made up his mind.
Excuse you? This is between me and the boy. So why don't you just turn back around and play with your little buttons?
I think you smoking the biggest bag of dicks if you say you watched this show for storyline. Again, it was background noise. What I watch while cleaning or something.
Cut that bitch out.
Coming in at number 3 is a show that I thought was very smart for having a spinoff. Just became annoying as hell over time. That's The Park.
Yeah, it's only because they watered down Kim's character so much, bro. If they never watered down her character and let her character actually grow, this show would have been 10 times better, bro. And I think Nikki and the professor, that should have been like a 1-season thing. I think what should have ended up happening was Professor should have left. He should have left so we can get rid of that storyline, bro. Like that should have been a one season thing. Either you kill him off, or you let him leave the campus and you bring a new professor in that actually is interested in Nikki. But I didn't like that. I didn't like that shit. Got super annoying real quick, bro. That shit was only good for one season. Every other season, it got super annoying because you felt bad. You felt bad for professor. You felt bad for the professor after a while because it's like, bitch, leave me alone. This is harassment. Where are the police? Help me, please.
Police! Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police! Help!
And they definitely fucked up Kim's character badly. They made her more like in Moesha, she really wasn't stupid. She was creative. She was smart in her own way. They give her own show. They make her dumb as a sack of rocks. And it's like, this don't make no sense. How do you get into college and you're stupid? That don't make sense. They really watered her character down from how she was on Moesha. Her character was 10 times better on Moesha than it was on the Parkers. And the Parkers was her spinoff. Make it make sense, bro.
Parkers.
Well, you transmitted your sweet love thoughts to me during your sleep.
Does that mean you broke into my apartment and went through my closets?
Yep.
You're going to jail.
When Moesha started bullshitting, I thought it was very smart for them to do a spinoff of Kim, considering she was probably one of the only friends that had the biggest personality to have a spinoff of her own. And that was cool. She was messy as hell. She showed you she had sense, though. And that's where the Parkers went wrong. They took her from being a big girl whose weight was always talked about, but would get on your ass, to a pure dumbass. Brain on Bubba Gump. Borderline radio type shit.
Yeah, you made the dean's list all right. You're on academic probation, Kim.
Oh, I'm an academic pro.
You see that? That's a stupid bitch.
It was crazy that the show started with Nikki and Kim being in college and experiencing it together. Then to Nikki maturing, but constantly stalking Professor Ogilvy, which would in turn throw all their maturity out the window.
Now, why don't we get a hotel room?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Me in a hotel room with you? Not in this lifetime. Not in the next lifetime. Not ever.
Nasty bitch.
That man is evil as hell, bruh. The man had twists with no intentions on ever letting them bitches really grow the locks. You a dangerous nigga. Then their catchphrase pissed me off.
Hey, Professor Ogilvy!
Cut that bitch off!
After a while, I couldn't stand it. Monique and Countess Vaughn will forever be iconic for the Parkers, in my opinion. I didn't like how the concept of it changed. Kim got her chance and was turned into a dumbass. Nikki finally got a new man just to still end up with the man she stalked the whole show, who was disgusted by her the whole time. Y'all put these folks together to make a live action Timon and Pumbaa.
Hell no, man.
And then at number 2,
man?
if you've been watching this channel all night, then this shit comes as no surprise.
You get your goddamn ugly ass.
Moesha was a classic in its time, and I can't deny that. Plenty of us tuned in to watch, but the more
Moesha's only good up to season 3. After season 3, cancel that bitch. Cancel that bitch. After season 3, cancel Moesha, bro. I don't want to watch none of that bullshit.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass.
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
Try it.
Hell no. Trash ass nigga.
Hear me and hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Boo this man.
Cancel that shit. Cancel the whole goddamn show. Season 4, miss me with that. That was garbage.
The more I watch, the more I realize it's just her being an asshole unnecessarily
Facts.
the whole season. And to point out one moment that used to make me lose brain cells every time.
Of course she likes it, D. What's not to like?
It's not a Jeep.
Miles.
Daddy, it's a really beautiful car. But it's not me.
Nasty bitch.
Man, take your overthinking octopus looking ass the fuck on. Had to change the TV on your garbage ass for all this disgraceful ass decisions she used to make. Bro, your pops surprised you with a nice ass car. Moesha garbage ass chose to be ungrateful just to end up driving this bullshit right here.
Check stand 1. We've got a bulk item, a piece of shit Honda Nile 116.
Man, Moesha eat fentanyl burritos, fried brain ass nigga. You have to be doing some of the finest of drugs to turn down a perfectly good car to drive some shit like that. It's decisions like that and the constant belittling of Kim that made me not fuck with the show personally. But I respect it for what it did culturally. What I'll never respect is the addition of Ray J. If you add Ray J to your sitcom, that motherfucker got 1 to 2 seasons. Tops. And it won't be nearly the same show you remember, bro. And I stand firm on that.
That bitch off.
And then at number 1 is a show that started out very good, but quickly turned to a can to bounce that ass. And number 1 is Empire. Yeah, drip, drip.
Yeah, I couldn't get into this shit.
Really dropped that hoe off in the trash. Grown angry beaver looking at nigga. Season 1 of this was good. I ain't even gonna lie about that. Everything after that, boy, they turned that bitch to the soul circus with all that clown ass shit they made happen.
Damn.
Hey yo, what the fuck? Hey yo.
Be gone. Praise white Jesus.
One big ass stereotype is what this turned into. She was making a noise and everything. The character Cookie was already stereotypical as hell. You just feel like that's Taraji P. Henson's favorite role. Favorite type of character to play. Loud, black, in distress, no in between.
Cut that bitch off.
Every time I used to see Lucius Lyons rapping, it used to give me PTSD. The only thing I'm thinking about is hustle and flow.
Sitting back, reminiscing.
Man, a plain boneless chicken nugget looking at nigga. Light skin, big worm looking at nigga. Biscuit with a perm looking at nigga. Man, they ran this bitch to the ground. Lee Daniels need his ass whooped for even ever thinking about turning this bitch to what he turned it into. The first season was cool, and the second season was like, damn, we didn't expect the first season to blow up. Let's just write some bullshit. Then it didn't help that Jesse Smollett hired 2 black dudes to fake beat his ass. Overall, Empire was a fucking mess, bro. It played in the hella black stereotypes, and they had too much going on. Drip, drippity drop like Bussy now. And for the last one, we have the underrated. My one underrated show is the show Rock. Now, how we don't talk about this show is almost amazing to me because I really think it was just before its time. They was like one of the one black sitcoms that didn't rely solely on comedy. It was a mix. It was.
That's what it was. People was afraid of this show because they hated shows that kept it real. That's the one thing that I will say. They hated black shows that kept it real. If it didn't make you laugh, if it didn't make you if it didn't entertain you in the way that it was supposed to make you feel, they were afraid of this type of stuff. Now for us, you know, for us folks, these type of shows, yeah, we rocking with them. But you know, the other folks, it's some other folks. They it's a little bit too dare I say, it's a little, it just doesn't fit the mold of primetime television. That's what they'll tell you. They'll say it doesn't fit the mold of primetime television. So how are we supposed to, you know, enjoy this? Where's the comedy, man? I want to laugh. I don't want to think about the world. I don't come from that world. I can't relate to this stuff, man. That's what they gonna say. That's what they always say. They always hit you with that. It's always that bullshit. It's always that bullshit. It's always that bullshit.
Bum, 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 bum.
They always hit you with that bullshit. Then you gotta switch it up and make us a stupid ass show. So you start off. It's basically like family. It's mainly the Family Matters effect. You start off pretty good. You touching on topics that really hit home, and then a couple of seasons later, you in space doing stupid shit. What the fuck? How we get here?
It was a great balance. You gonna watch some shows, you gonna laugh, but you gonna watch some shows and that shit gonna get real. And that's what made me like the show. It was a real raw show. I just really deeply feel this was before its time. I deeply believe if it comes out just maybe 2 years later instead of the early 90s, Rock probably would have had a different outcome. It probably would have lasted a lot longer.
Smoking grits and selling.
I agree. But anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one. Shout out to the homie DD Conway. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel, with the likes, of the views, of the comments, of the subscribers up, and all that good stuff over there in his channel. And I will see you on the next video. Till then, peace out.